Hey Phil. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I forgot to do all the thumbnails and everything else. So Havana making moves. Tried to get Havana earlier, and it wasn't ready to break out, so I just cut it for a small loss, like 6 cents or whatever it was. It looks like Havana's making moves now. I want to see it get over new highs, 1071. Yeah, I was a little bit late with doing other things. I've taken a couple of trades already, but then I got distracted and realized. As I was setting, getting the stream ready, I hadn't done the thumbnail for YouTube, and I had to do that quick. You know yourself. Look, it is what it is. AMC, yes, fact, AMC's not doing anything. It's at 616. It's just sideways. I know they had earnings this morning, so you expect them to do something this morning, but they've not done. Havana, large account. I can't afford the smaller. I can't afford it on the small account, Alistair. Quite frankly, well, clearly it's the large account because breaking lows again. This is what happened last time. I got in for here for break of highs, and plus it did make new highs. It pulled back. Now I think Havana's going to go on a bit of a run today, personally. I'm just going to hold this. I'll look for something to trade on the small account in a moment. We've made about 30 bucks already on the small account, so we've got another 20 odds to get to before we can start using leverage. So I finished yesterday $50 down on the small account, which then put me, because of fees and charges, is actually I'm not 50 down, I'm like 140 down or whatever it was. So I'm below the leverage threshold. ADT's got no volume at the moment. Yes, factory. It's lacking volume on ADT at the moment. I'm down 25 cents ish, give or take, on Havana. It had a massive pullback earlier before it started to make a move back up. It had good earnings last night, which is why I'm kind of bullish on it. Had good earnings last night. Moved up from like just over $7, like $7.20, all the way up to like $9.20, a whole $2 move. So I figured exactly, yes, factory. DraftKings at the moment DraftKings are actually doing well. DraftKings will put 24.50 Carbus. I put DraftKings on here. So I've got Agba, which is. I'll put DraftKings on here. I'll put Agba the small account. Yeah, NBTX. You can see NBTX here at the bottom. That's at 4. It's over the VWAP again, so it's at 450 ish. DraftKings we've got here at 24.50. Havana is moving up nice, so I'm just going to draw a little rail line here. So this rail line tells me it needs to hold the $0.50. Well, I'm watching that now. There's a bit of a kind of cup and handle setup there as well. So yeah, if that it's approaching the kind of breakup area there. MBTX. Yeah, well, we've had a few big catalysts yesterday. Cheers, Alistair. I mean, we had a few big earnings last night. Apple came out, and a few others on the back of that as well. I actually lost money on Apple, and I don't know how. Go figure. I went long on it and ended up losing money. So I lost $2,500 on Apple last night. Still had a good day though. It was a good day, bar for the small account. Small account finished $50 down on the small account. Currently on the small account, I'll come back to. Currently on the small account, we're just shy of $30 up. I'm not too worried about at this moment in time. I'm not too worried about the fees and commissions. I just need to get over $500 gross, and then I've got the leverage again. I'm just going to get out of this. It's done exactly the same thing as it did before. Only I've given it a little bit longer this time to turn around. Does Coinbase interest me? Not at this moment in time while I'm in Kavana, but I'll take a look at it for you, no problem. But Coinbase also had earnings last night. It's another one that had earnings last night. Coinbase currently up at 54.20s. The volume's not great for Coinbase at the moment, but it's above the VWAP just. So VWAP currently 53.60s, and Coinbase is currently up for 54.20s. So, hey, Crispy. Yeah, I'm not over enamored here right now. I've given this way too much. It bounces on the VWAP and moves up. No, it broke the VWAP. So not starting too well on the main account. Oh, look, I'm not too bothered about that. We had a good day yesterday. We've had a good week. We've had a very good week. Morning, Art Market. I'll have a look at Coinbase here because you asked for Coinbase. But Coinbase here, I say, there's not a lot of people trading it, not a lot of volume. It's like less than 500,000 shares so far. But it is up. It's up like 10%, which for Coinbase is quite a lot. It's not moving. I mean, it's kind of sideways more than anything since the earnings last night. Put it on the 15. You'll see what I'm talking about. Had the earnings last night, had good earnings, quick pop up, pull back and then move up, and then it's just consolidated in this range, 53 to 54.20s, and it's tapping the top of that range right now. So that's Coinbase for you. So this is the pre-market high, this little blue line here. Pre-market low is this little blue line here. So you can see it's just ranging sideways at the moment. Yeah, Pat, in fact, the regional banks are looking a bit bullish today, funnily enough. Might take 100 shares of Pat West. See if I can't get another 20 cents. What's the spreads? This gets over $0.25, I'll take 100 shares on the small account. Alright, let's see, where's this going to get us? I'm at 427, or let's see if we can get 440 on this. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, well, I thought deposits up to 250k were already there from the FDIC. There isn't a lot else moving, if I'm being honest. I mean, Curate Retail yesterday went mental. I lost money on it. It was just mental. It was like up halt, down halt, up halt, up halt, down halt, up halt. It was horrible. I tried to trade it, and I lost money on it. So, go figure. Don't just chase momentum. I could afford at that stage. I was comfortably. I had a comfortable cushion on the day, so I could afford to take a little bit of a risk with it. I didn't lose a lot with Curate Retail yesterday, but I could afford to take a little bit of a risk on it, and it just didn't pan out this time. Give this 7 cents. Let's give it 5 cents. 22, I'll get it. No point giving it 10. Fubo. Yeah, I managed to make a little bit on Fubo, I missed this move when I was busy setting up the everything else. So I missed this move. I traded it a little bit earlier, managed to get a little bit on it, paid for the transaction. That's about it. Had earnings again. Fubo's got hurt moving up with earnings, so. It's just the volume's a bit hit and miss. And NBTX. I don't really want to trade this on the. I'll just trade him then. West. Let that pull back. Target today's is 50 bucks on the small account. This had a big run up yesterday, didn't it? Had a big run up earlier in the week as well, pre-market. On Monday, I think it was. Yeah, I made money on this on Monday. Volume's not great. Be careful, the volume's not great. The range is 4 cents. The spreads are 2 cents, so it's marginal there, whether that's a bit risky or not. But yeah, it's up again on the day, 6%. Right. Now we're looking for a new high. I'm in at 420, so I need 435, 440 really. Pretty much just back in just where I got out last time, in fact. So at the moment I'm down the cost of the transaction. Good morning, opinionated AH. Yeah, buy the dip if you don't feel that the risk is worth taking. If you're not comfortable trading something because of the choppy market, don't trade. There's no law saying that you have to trade each day. You have to be comfortable with it. You need 30 bucks. Gets us back into the playing field. Right now we're currently on the substitute bench. That's 13, that's 35, that's a good start. That's a good start. And we get 440. Yeah, I lost my margin, Jack. Absolutely. So starting today with well, just under 450. So I need to make 50 bucks to get the margin back. Guard Force AI. Be careful with it. And we'll get 440 on this. Like that. We're inching closer. I mean, barely covering fees and charges at this stage. But once I get over 500, I can then take a bigger position and hopefully make some decent money. Yeah, absolutely, Dan. So partial when you're only in for 100 shares, how can you partial in really? I mean, 50 shares, but you know, it's hardly worthwhile to partial with 100 shares. If that's all you're trading with, and your goals are a little bit less, maybe you're looking for your goal is 10 bucks a day, and that's fine. But I'm looking for a little bit more than that. So let's go back to the main account. I can trade the main account whilst I'm waiting for a setup on the small account. Is the thing. Down on Kavana on the main account. So let's just look at Guard Force AI. So Guard Force had the I think it was, they've got the big gap down from when they had the offering earlier in the week. Tuesday, was it Tuesday evening? So let's look at this on the 15. You're able to see what I'm talking about. So on Tuesday after hours, they're selling off, but on Tuesday they announced a secondary offering, and it tanked the price. Now on Wednesday morning, it gapped down, and then we had this consolidation before it actually had a pop yesterday. It came up a little bit, up to $8, got rejected, and it's coming back down again now. But overall, it's just sideways at the moment. So I would look at this, and you've got this $8 key level. If it can't get over $8, and it was rejected up at $9 yesterday, if it can't get over $8, it's not going to go to the moon or whatever. But we've got essentially a downwards wedge right now. I thought maybe it would try and gap fill up to $11 again, but it's got a way to go before that. Needs volume. There's no volume at the moment. If you look at Guard Force right now, there's nobody trading it. There's no volume. So a bit more volume on that. It's 230,000 shares. After the bell, watch Guard Force, which direction it goes. Map out the pre-market high, which I think is about $8, and the pre-market low, which is $6.80. The first one it breaks, that's the likelihood direction it's going to take for the rest of the day. That's what I'm doing with Guard Force. When the offering's closed, yes, because the stock dilution is finished at that point. But it still needs bullish momentum. With garbage stocks like this, very often what you find is when the stocks close, but when the offering closes, if there's a lot of people that were trading, a lot of retail traders trading it, and the offering closes, they've already lost faith in it. So for them to get bullish on it again, it might need a catalyst. We'll see. It had a good day yesterday. If the volume comes in after the bell, which is in 10 minutes, we might see something. Why have I got a smudge on my glasses? Most distracting. Alright, so we've got AMC down. Let's have a look at AMC. Ad earnings. So it's just very choppy at the moment. It's slightly up on the day, but it's pulling back below the VWAP. We've got DraftKings had earnings yesterday. So DraftKings is up a nice amount, like 14%. It's above the VWAP, which is a nice sign as well. PacWest looks like it might be making another move to the upside. Let's see. Can I get another 10 cents out of PacWest? Yeah, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Do me a favor. And if you're watching on TikTok, do that. Drum your fingers on the screen for me. Just or tap the screen twice with every finger. Really helps. So I'm not going to get back in this one now until it breaks new highs. So this is Pac West. We've got a high swing, higher high. If we don't get another higher high, we're going to get a lower high, and that's the dreaded head and shoulders formation, which tends to signify not necessarily a sell-off, but certainly a reversal, a pullback. So unless we get up at 435 and break that pattern, I'm kind of reluctant to get in. Oh, let's have a look at BAOS. This made a big move earlier in the week. Is it Monday? Yeah, Monday. And a big move down on Tuesday. So it's a bit too expensive for me at the moment until I get my leverage back. There's still leverage on it. Let's have a look on the It's a big move. Needs some continuation though. That's what Mehub. So this is my main account at the moment. I'll switch back to the small account. So at the moment, I've because of fees and charges yesterday, I finished down. So I started yesterday. I was just under $600, but I finished $50 down. Whereas, so I'm kind of risking a one-to-one risk, if you will. I'm looking at 10% risk on a daily basis versus 10% gain on a daily basis. That's what my goals are and what I'm prepared to risk. So yesterday I was 10% down, but fees and charges meant that I lost about just over $140. So I'm starting today with $50 to make up. Now I'm not too worried about fees and charges at the moment. I just need to make the $50 gross because right now I don't have any leverage. Until I get to $500 equity, I can't get any leverage, so any margin leverage. It's hard to borrow. Pac West is hard to borrow, and I think it's still on short sale restriction as well, Faz. So let me just have a look at Pac West again. Oh, am I only $3 up? Yeah, $3 up because I went $7 down. That's why. Yeah. So Pac West, hard to borrow, short sale restriction. So it makes it a lot more tricky to short it. Short sale restriction means you can't short on or below the bid. You can't sell on or below the bid, and it's hard to borrow. So you've got to go ahead of time and borrow how many shares. I don't have. If I go and borrow the shares. It's going to cost me to borrow them, and I don't have the equity in the account to pay for that anyway. So, hey Lisa, Daniel, stop showing off. It's not so much the stock selection criteria, it's the momentum criteria. So I'm looking for stocks that have good momentum, ideally low float. I've now tried trading penny stocks twice, yesterday and today. Lost on both occasions, so I'm not doing that again. So I've reduced my ceiling for the small account my floor to $1.50. So if it's $1.50 or above, I'll consider it. But anything less than that, and it's probably not worth my while. I'll take 100 shares, 200 shares at a time. If I can get, once I've got over the $500 equity, I can look at larger price stocks as well. So right now I'm looking at anywhere between kind of $1.50 and $4 for the small account. The price per share anywhere between $1.50 and $4, or a really fast moving stock that's between kind of 5 and 10, where I can take 50 shares and make 20-30 cents per share. No problem, Japan. Hey, Tom. I've tried it, Calvus. I've gone under the $2 a couple of times and it's just not worked out for me. Like I said, like today, the one loot I tried trading STRR, and that was under $1, and it was moving up, and I lost money on it. Almost 12 cents on it. Shopify had earnings yesterday. Is it still moving up? All right, so PacWest breaks new highs. I'm now looking for the pullback. Once it breaks new highs, there we go. Let's tap the high, I'll look for a pullback, and then the new high. So I'm not getting in yet. I'll look for a pullback first. Now. Now the high of day is 439, so 440. I need 20 cents, and then I'm back in business. Oh, sorry, $20. I need $20, and then I'm back in business. The only reason I would look at this one, I think, is I think it's going to go places today. Get 10 cents on this, I'll be happy. Just before the bell, that might not have been a good idea to. Why? This is the problem with me. It's starting the stream late, and this might need to cut this quick at the bell. We've got 30 seconds before the bell. I'll change the scanners over before we get there. Might need to cut this quick. I'm going to give it an extra 10 cents, so it's because it's the opening bell, the volatility of the opening bell. So I'm going to give it to 20. I'm at 39, so do is they'll give it to 25. Varna, moving up. I was on the main account, I might be able to make... Oh, DraftKings just hemorrhaged. Coinbase. Oh, smashing it, Coinbase. Check out Coinbase, guys. COIN. 55 60s. No, I'm giving it 9 cents. If it pulls all the way back down again, I'll get stopped out. So it's 10 bucks I'm risky. I got stopped out, so I was $3 up. Yeah. Let's just switch across for Varna. Can break that pre-market high. I'm in. Where I got in last time and lost. But I like Varna, so I'm just going to get in anyway. Varna, are we halted? We might well be. No, false halt. A trailing stop in place there. 20 cents. 25 cents is the average true range, so even if it halts. Okay, so 400 down on Varna. We recovered most of our losses from earlier. Top financial, let's take a look. Varna, while Varna pulls back and consolidates. So top in is halted. I'm not trading top. I just don't like the risk versus reward. My broker you need 250% equity position on that. So you can't. It's so difficult to trade top. It might make a move today, and I do have the equity to trade it if it does, but it's unlikely I will. It's they actually removed the buying. They actually removed the buy button last Friday when it was going mental. But at least we're down to 400 on the main account, so we've recovered most of our early losses. You can't ask for more than that. Now we're breaking that opening range high, pre-market high on back west. We'll get over that. Halting. It's at the halt level. That's halted. And it looks like it's going to gap up like 6 cents. I could do with a gap up 25 cents. 28 cents. Get me over that 500 threshold. DraftKings trying to bounce. Right, now let's have a look at what's moving. Onion. That onion. O-N-O-N. On. Coinbase is looking very interesting. Up there at kind of 50, 56. What's the spreads on Coinbase? I know there's not a lot of leverage on it, but spreads aren't too bad. They're like 10, 12 cents. MBTX. This is something I would have. See, if I'd had the 500, I would have been waiting for this to break $5 and get in on it with leverage. Oh, it filled me. Wasn't a great fill, but filled me at least. 582 is the halt to the upside if it gets that far. $0.25 range on this at the moment. Nice one, Flip Joe. $590 halt up. $393 halt down. Kavana halted to the downside though. I thought Kavana was going to make further moves. I thought we might get 14 out of Kavana today. I guess I'm wrong. Not often, but it does happen. Don't tell my fiance that. Back West still halted. Forgot I was in Pac West for a second then. But I was still in Pac West. Yeah. This should resume in about 40 seconds. And it's looking at a resumption at 463. The account balance is there on the screen, Fuzzy. If you need help reading it, I'm sorry, I'm not your school teacher. We're starting with 459 today, so I need another $51. I'm 24 up. Let's see, will we get more? We'll go back up to 475. That would have been nice. I'm gonna hold this back up to 475. $475. See, no. There we go. There we go. Almost. Looking for 30 cents here. 475 on the bid. There we go. Oh, no, that's the wrong button. I'll take that. There we go. Yes, I'm back into the leverage. Now I can be a bit more aggressive if I need to be. PacWest halted up at halted to the upside again. I get a few of those today with PacWest. I did change the scanners. We're on regular. We're on the regular settings now, Cedric. So we're back up to 500 bucks. Or 530 for the breakout. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this breakout. I don't like this pattern. 530 for the breakout though. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well, Fuzzy. That's exactly what I'm looking at. PacWest's got a huge gap to fill, all the way up to like $130. It's not going to do it though. That was a strange fill. Now, there's definitely devil horns there. That's just weird. Nice one. If you can get it. Buying the dip there, user. I'm going to wait for this and I'm going to buy the dip as well. Bounce on the hold, another bounce on the whole dollar. Wasn't quite quick enough to catch the 490, but we'll see. I'll take a look at that in a moment, Mark. Had a few people screaming at the top. Oh, the Kavana's not looking great, so I'll swap the Kavana chart over for top chart for you. Top financial is halted again, up at 23.72. We've taken a few thousand shares at for the break of 1750 when it went green on the day. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Well, you know what to do if you like me doing these lives, is just hit that screen a bunch of times. Get that like count up, and if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you've hit the thumbs up button, guys. Cheers, Aubrey. I really appreciate that. I can't see the level 2 on top at the moment because I'm on Netabix here. Looks like we might be making some headway back up to the towards 520. And there's 519 on the ask. Yeah, well, S&P 500 is looking quite bullish today, so you're probably doing a good job there, Christian. Looking for 540. Got 537, 537. Come on. 537 there. 536. 537 on the ask. We're looking for 540 on the ask. Got it briefly. Take some off. We get 540 on the bid. Didn't allow me to get my stop in place, so I'm just going to buy the dip again. Or not. Yeah. It should get bought back up. Big flush like that. At 486 now. Don't like that flush though. Did not like that flush one little bit. I think I will back over 5. I'm just going to get out of this right now. 490. That was a horrible. Somebody unloading size there for sure. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one either. Right now. Back below the VWAP and I'm gone, but over $5 I'll hold. This is just mad. I'll let that run. AMC making moves up. Right, let's see. Is there something that I can trade with the small account now? Not halted to the downside. Yeah, I've got the trailing stop in place there now, so well, at least I should be in the green on this. Probably should take the green on the day. Can break 550. I doubt it will, but there you go. Yeah, it takes me green on the day, but it's just, yeah, it's so choppy, very choppy. DraftKings breaking highs up there at 24.80s. Let's have a look at top. So top is looking at gapping down to 21. We had the halt here, then it halted up, pulled down, moved up into an up halt, gapped up, flushed down into a down halt. So that's top financial. And spreads didn't even get a chance, so it's halted to the downside again. There's certain actions when you get caught in a flush like that. Sometimes when there's a flush like that and it's a volatility flush, rather it's just somebody unloading big size, and there's still a lot of bullish action going through. If you're looking at the ticker tape, you'll see a lot of green going through, but someone's just unloading big size. You know it's going to get bought up very quick, so you buy the dip, and there you go, buy the dips. Yeah, if you're not feeling it, don't do it. So I'm just going to wait for the right setup now on the small account. I'm green on the main account, and that's how it's going to stay. It's very choppy at the moment, guys, so just be careful. So I'm glad I got out there. I mean, it did halt up little bit higher, but it's pulled back again. Probably could have got another 20 cents on that, so another $20. But I've got my 50. The good thing is now I'm back over $500. This is a $500 to $15,000 challenge, so I'm back over $500. That's the main thing here, and it affords me to take leverage. Now, in theory, I'm saying I want 10% from the starting position. Today's starting position was 459, so I've got my 10%. So, bar for a really golden setup, I probably won't trade the small account now until Monday. We'll see. Yeah, Apple had good earnings yesterday, and I still managed to lose. No, MBTX, I just think if it gets over 550, it could really motor. It's just it keeps people, whoever's holding position is unloading size at 550 every time. DraftKings is looking strong. AMC not so much. All right, let's have a look at Sigma. Not really. It's the top mover, but not really something I'm interested in. Yeah, not enough volume on that one. Nope, same thing. Not enough volume. That's what I've not done. I've not changed the volume filters to cut out the crap. There we go. It's always less volume pre-market, so I have my volume filters set on a lot lower pre-market. How's BAOS doing? No leverage, I'm not taking it. Occidental Petroleum making highs, breaking highs. Well, let's have a look at Fubo because it did have earnings, decent earnings, but yeah. It's got good volume, but yeah, the price is low, but the setup's not great either. The setup doesn't look very appetizing. The best one for me right now is DraftKings, but I'll have to trade DraftKings on the other account. So let's have a look at Donkey Kong here. EKNG, Donkey Kong, DraftKings, over $25. Big sellers, a couple of big sellers at 25, so I'll wait. As it gets up there, I'll wait for it to thin out before I even take a position. Wait for those orders to thin out. 25, and then it should just shoot up probably about 20 cents or something after those orders have gone. But there's a couple of big orders, hundreds of thousands. You're talking hundreds of thousands of shares. At 25, at least, there we go. sellers at 25.19. It's not getting the break that I was expecting there then. But we were going to get at least 25.30, 25.40. High of day right now is 25.23. We didn't quite get the breakout I expected. I'll take a look at minimum. I'll take a look at MINM later. Minimum. Minimum. Lucy? Isn't that Black Widow woman? Didn't she play Lucy? Thought so. And which have I got here? Equity wise, I'm okay. Asher Romanoff. I preferred Gamora myself. And again, I'm going watching Guardians 3 tonight, so I'll let you guys know on Monday if it's any good or not. It's supposed to be one of the better, from what I'm hearing, it's supposed to be one of the better MCU movies. Just pull back too far. We're having a bride's nightgown night. Bride's nightgown day again. So, but it's very choppy, guys. Very choppy. It's okay, Paul. So top looks like Top Financials finally making a reversal attempt after two big long halts down and gaps down. Well, Top's extremely volatile. The spreads are actually not too bad. The spreads are like 25 cents. Who's my favourite? Well, I grew up kind of. I was a big Hulkamaniac, you know. I was not that Hulk. I was a big fan of the Incredible Hulk. Lou Ferrigno was the Incredible Hulk when I was a child. But I'd say in the MCU, probably Iron Man. I mean, he's probably like the best character arc of the whole bunch. I'm a bit of I used to read a lot of the comics when I was a kid. Havana didn't really do a lot. Havana. It's sold. We got our money back up here, and then it sold off. We lost pre-market on Havana, and then we got our money back up here, so then it sold off. He's always fond of The Undertaker. I don't remember The Undertaker being a Marvel character, though, Klaatu, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. The confusion with Hulk Hogan and Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Do you know that Hulk Hogan had to pay Marvel royalties for using the Hulk name? There you go. It's sports entertainment, Klaatu. Captain America. I mean, yeah, some people like Captain America. For me, he's a pretty boy with muscles. You know, he's nothing. I mean, look at me. I could have played that. Chris Evans. I could have played Captain America. I could have played Thor. I mean, just grow my hair a bit longer. I've got the beard. I've got the height, the blonde hair. You know. If I was, I'd be Captain Britain. So Cavana looks like a bit of a inverse head and shoulders here, so it might make a move back up after the earnings, after this pretty horrible sell-off. It's a very choppy day, guys. Let's go back to the small account, see if I can get anything with a bit of leverage that's moving well. No, there's nothing at the moment at that kind of level. What's Eva doing? Yeah, he's not as pretty or as muscly as me, Alistair. You're absolutely right. Chris Evans. I stand next to Chris Evans and he's clearly pales in my shadow. The DraftKings moving back up. It's never come back. He's never come down. It's DraftKings is going to 27 today. Good earnings. What was I going to look at then? Somebody remind me. Eva. I've got leverage on this because this is... No leverage. This is not stopping. This is a creeper all the way up. And Viva. The Ginger Whinger. Oh, goodness. Ah, you can shut up as well, Tom. You do know tomorrow is a Saturday, right? The market's closed on Saturday. So there's a guy on TikTok here telling me to short DraftKings in the small account and sell it tomorrow. But okay. Get liquidated before the end of the day when it goes up to like 28. But there you go. SLRN. I did call this out earlier, actually. Slytherin, if you're a Harry Potter fan. Why isn't this? Oh, yeah, this is the new IPO. That's why I was called. That's why I called it out earlier. It's one of the IPOs to watch out for today. There's we've got ALCYU. We've got SLRN. Those are the two IPOs to watch out for today. Daryl, absolutely 100% agree with you. These are garbage stocks. If you want to put money on something and let it ride, then you go for the S&P 500 stocks. You look for the corporate stocks. Yeah, a lot of these stocks are just garbage, quite frankly, and they're not worth holding overnight. All right, who was wanting to look at Lucy? It's moving again. Not on great volume, no. So, Lucy's just an innovative eyewear, is what it is, but it just doesn't have the volume to trade. The 130, that's why it's not on my scanners, because it doesn't have the volume there. It's yeah, a lot of these stocks you just don't hold them overnight, because one squeaky news press release and they're gone. The garbage stocks, the majority of these, absolute garbage. WW International. Do we have leverage? Yes, we do. Are you moving up with good volume? Not really. Do you have a catalyst? Worldwide International gets a couple of analyst ratings today, maybe. That's it. So Davidson and Craig Hallam. That's pretty much the only ones that did have earnings yesterday after hours. Wasn't great earnings. Some kind of mixed, a mixed bag. So it's the EPS miss, but revenue beat. So yeah, that's WWI. It's moving up, and analyst ratings just maintaining the rating. So probably not worth YOLOing into. Another one not worth YOLOing into. Yeah, it's going green on the day, but they're trying to make a move back up. Underneath the VWAP, I'm not interested. If it gets back above the VWAP, I might be interested. I've got leverage on this now. No, there's no leverage on it either. So trading it on the main account's fine, but on the small account, I need leverage. Yeah, nothing moving at the moment, guys. I can't believe how Silvergate's still trading on the NASDAQ. Thought this was done. The problem is, watch the DraftKings flush by the end of the day. The problem is you take a short position now, and you've got to be liquidated. Small account, I get liquidated if I lose $150. So $350, and I'm liquidated. Bucktooth's coronation tomorrow. I couldn't give a monkey's chuff. Biggest bunch of scroungers and deviants on the planet Earth. Yeah. Companion. It's still down 25% on the day. It's trying to fill the gap. It's got a while to go, up to $30 at least. The daily gap. We'll see. Minim. That's a type of musical note. So Minim 350s, just below the VWAP. They had a move up pretty early doors, like first thing, at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's been selling off since. So this is kind of the first sign of a turnaround, but it's not great volume. It really isn't great volume. So 640,000 shares traded so far. It's not great volume at all. Look, the only night that I can be the dark knight. You heard me talking about the muscles that I've got. I can don the bat suit. I'd rather be the dark knight than a knight of the British Empire, for crying out loud. That's for sure. Yeah, Eva has been close. It's a nice creeper, Dennis. Derek, sorry. It has been creeping nicely. How's Coinbase doing? It's pulled back. Yeah, I'm not having. It's not a bad day at the moment. Although I would say that my fees and charges have pretty much wiped out the commissions. I'm currently, according to the system, I'm $3 profitable. But look, it is what it is. If I can get something above $5 with a bit of leverage, I'll be okay. Minim's starting to make a move now. It's a kind of big move, 50 cents that. Now it's over the VWAP. Now it might get a VWAP bounce here. It pulls back to the VWAP. Let's have a look at Alti. The top momentum stock right now. It's not great volume either. It's not great volume at all. Yeah, Shopify up at 60s now. Why am I not trading Shopify? I did well on Shopify yesterday. Shopify and AMD I did really well with yesterday. Not so much on Apple. Nice kind of double bottom formation on the VWAP for Pac West. Move up and try and test $5 again. AMC's got a nice double bottom formation, trying to get green on the day. I'm not a big fan of AMC at all. It used to be, just not anymore. Coinbase trying to bounce on the VWAP. Shopify breaking highs. Bit extended the chase right now, but yeah, it's having a good day. Yeah, Minim, I don't like it at all actually. I mean, it's not just the spread. The spreads are kind of ranging between 5 and 10 cents, but it's the volume. The biggest candle there was the red candle. The volume's just been erratic. Is probably the best way of describing it. So I'm just going to wait for a setup, I guess. Yeah, Alti's moving up without the volume. Minim, like I say, erratic volume, so a couple of penny stocks that I looked at some of penny stocks, and I've tried trading a couple of penny stocks. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not saying that you can't make money trading those penny stocks. I just can't. It's just not for me. Let's have a look at figs. No leverage. Kavana trying to come back. No leverage on it though. Just patience now, guys. Oh, I've still got tea. It's still hot. All right, guys. Is there anything that you want me to take a look at? Anything that you're interested in me taking a look at? Let's have a look at on the main account. Yesterday's IPO, Enview. If this gets over 27, it could be interesting. It's been ranging. Made a little bit on this yesterday. I made a couple of K on it yesterday. That moved up from kind of 25 up to 27. But it was choppy yesterday as well. Yeah, neither. I don't like it. I just think I didn't finish up on the main account yesterday. I had a good day yesterday. It was just under 29,000 flip jug on the main account. It was relatively easy trading. So a couple of people in the Discord were calling out what just happened there. So a couple of people in the Discord were calling out the moves as they moved. You saw I traded Shopify. I got a good move on Shopify yesterday. No, it wasn't Shopify. Yeah, it was 10,500 on Shopify in total, like across two moves. I got a nice move on AMD as well. I got 9,000 on AMD. I got DraftKings after hours on the earnings. I managed to get 1,600 bucks on that, but I lost. Was it 2,500 on Apple, which I for the life of me I don't understand, because it went up. I had a long position. It went up, and look, I lost money on Apple when it was going in my direction. Go figure. Guard Force, you saw me trading that. It was like 1,800 up on Guard Force. I traded Kenview. This is the IPO, and I made 2,800 on Kenview. So yeah, yesterday was a good day on the main account, not so much on the small account. I finished on the small account and I overtraded on the small account, trying to make the gains back. So finished $50 down on the small account, but I racked up the commissions and the charges. So it was best part of 100 quid in fees and charges on the small account. So I ended up today $459. So now I need to find something to get a nice little punt on the small account. Been a good week. This been a very good week, and I wasn't trading in May. I kind of traded by accident on Monday because I was supposed to be starting the small account challenge on Monday, and the account wasn't active because the fees and charges had gone out, platform fees and charges stuff. So I waited till I traded on the main account on Monday and had my best ever day. So, well, second best ever day. My best ever day was last Thursday. Second best ever day. So I had a good day on Didn't trade the main account on Tuesday, but I blew up the small account on Tuesday, so that was interesting. We rebooted and started again yesterday. Yesterday, yeah. No, on Wednesday we made I think about 180 bucks or whatever it was, but after fees and charges it was like 90 bucks or whatever. So like 50% of the gross earnings went in fees and charges. And this is something I'm not used to, because when you're trading with bigger size for bigger rewards, the fees and charges are microscopic in relation to percentage-wise in relation to what you get. So this is, when I've done the small account challenge before, it's never been this small. So a $500 challenge it's so difficult, guys. And which is why I do recommend, and I always, you hear me every day telling you exactly the same thing. People ask me, how much can I get started on 100 bucks? I said, yeah, you can, but you probably lose it. The minimum I would recommend anybody starting the day trading journey would be $5,000, $5,000 or above. And this is one of the things that, the SEC, they implement that PDT rule. So for you need a $30,000 account just to just to enter the casino. Market's having a good day today. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Put a sizable amount into in the triple Qs, the TQQQ, probably the beginning of the month or whatever it was, not the beginning of last month. Basically, what I took out of my crypto holdings, I put it into the TQQQ, and it depends on Hugh. That's a very good question, and this is something that you should be aware of when you're trading something. The question is do you have to scale out when selling thousands of shares, or do they all sell instantly? And the answer is it depends. It depends on the liquidity of the stock that you're trading. If it's a high liquid stock, then you can get an instant fill, almost instant fill. However, you might, if it's not such a high liquid stock, you might get a partial fill, in which case it will fill you and then you'll get slippage along the way. Now, again, it also depends on what type of order you put out. If you put out a limit order or a market order, what will happen is if you put out a market order, you'll pretty much get the whole thing filled, but you'll get a lot more slippage. So it will work down through the levels until it's sold, until the market makers have sold your entire position. So you can get a lot more slippage with a market order. But if you put a limit order, what might happen is it'll go to the limit and then it will go down below it, and the remainder of your order will stay there until it comes back to your order. And then if it doesn't come back to your order, you might have to either cancel and resubmit, or you might have to move your order, or whatever the case may be. But it really depends on what type of order you're putting out there, and the liquidity and volatility of the stock. So, for example, you could, if you, like yesterday, I took 1,000 shares of Apple after hours. Now, liquidity is less in the after hours section. Let's have another look at minimum. Liquidity is less in the after hours session. Oh, yeah, this. Hey, baby. The liquid. What was I saying? I took 1,000 shares of Apple in the after-hours session yesterday for earnings, but the liquidity in Apple is huge. So I know full well that I'm going to get filled. Whenever I press the buy and sell button on Apple, I'll get pretty much filled straight away. It doesn't matter even what type of order I'm getting. A limit order, if I'm selling on the bid or the ask, more often than not, I'll get filled straight away. with something like an Apple or an AMD or whatever. I've traded this before. I've just had to clear some of the lines off. Maybe this is what I traded the other day. Tuesday, probably. Yeah, the volume's come in now, and it's a bit more reliable. Is there any leverage? No. So yeah, I can't even take I could take 100 shares, but what's the chances of it moving a whole dollar? 50 cents. Spreads, not bad. Yeah, I don't trust Silvergate Capital at all. This is a big move. It's a big upwick on the 5 minute though, and a couple of upwicks on the 2 minute. So it's a bit extended right now. Maybe wait for a pullback. We're getting pullbacks now, so maybe wait for this to continue, and then we get a new high. There's upwicks, double upwicks on the 2 minute. There's upwicks on the 5 minute. It's there's a bit of selling pressure coming in. No, I wouldn't enter personally. I'm not going to enter this here, and I've got no leverage on this stock. So if I was going to trade it, it would be on the main account. You trade it with my equity. But this needs to make a new high and fill the wick on the 5 minute. We've got yeah, it went all the way up to like $14 on Tuesday. Late in I missed this one on Tuesday because I'd already locked up and gone. I did say wait till it breaks new highs, but then I didn't get in. So the break of highs there was 540, and it just shot up into the halt. This could be interesting. I should have taken 100 shares. In hindsight, hindsight's the best trader, really is. Oh, false halt. False halt. Pull back. New halt level 617. So if it breaks $6, might be interesting. If it pulls back to 550, might be interesting. Not getting filled. Partial fill. Come on, fill. Come back and fill me. There we go. Well, I'm red at the moment. I did go in big size there because I'm just not getting filled. $6.49 is the halt level. Take half off up there. $6.49. $6.43 I got filled at. 50-cent range, average true range hit. Coinbase breaking highs, testing 57 right now. It did this on the last candle as well. Pulled back and ended up filling the wick. Spreads are getting a bit rangy now, so like 10-15 cents on the spreads, but the average, the range of the movement, the volatility of the stock more than covers that. Talking 50 cents on the 1 minute ATR. Very rangy. There's a lot of opportunity here, guys. Just be careful though. Don't go in too big, because it could ruin you. It could ruin your day if it pulls back. Let's see. Test the highs. 691 is a halt level up, so we're way off that. Don't have to worry about that. Let's see if this 1 minute candle make a new high. Taking half off there before it might break. A nice little flag setup. If it breaks off, I've still got something in it. I'm just going to put a 20-cent stop below it there. So if it goes below 590, I'll stop right there. Don't mind. I want this to break upwards. That's fine. I can do that. If it breaks downwards, I've got to stop in place. Not lose too much. Yeah, it's very, very, very choppy, guys. Coinbase breaking highs up at there at 57.40s. It was a beautiful double bottom on the VWAP there before it broke out. So 56 was the breakout level. You've got a good $1.50 on that. That's nice. Well, I've got that stop in place. Let's have a quick look at Coinbase. I'll come back to Minim in a second. But look at this. There's a beautiful double bottom here at kind of 55, breakout level at 56, and it's already gone up. That would have given you the $1 target or $1 risk, maybe a $1.50 target, and you've already got that. So you got a $1.50 target, you got that. So that's yeah, nice. Apple is having a good moment as well. I'll look at Apple in a moment. This it breaking out. So see if there we go. Just get out for a small profit on that little piece there. Just not breaking out. Might come back to that later if it does. But let's have a look. What else is moving? Nvidia's having a good moment. Nvidia. We like Nvidia. Nvidia's having a really good moment. Up at over 3% up. But, you know, it's a $280 stock, so it's approaching those annual highs up at 290. Yeah, 290 and 58 was the annual high, which is earlier this week, funnily enough. Let's have a look at Apple. So Apple up over 170s. And Apple was up at 176 in August last year. I mean, we're not near all-time highs. I mean, you go back to 2021 and Apple's, I believe Apple was high back in 2021, but let's have a quick let's have a look at the weeklies. Oh, you might be right. Highs up here at what kind of 180s. Back in 2021, I was right. But it's not far off. 181, 180, 182, 182 back in 2021. We're not far off. Another $10, and it'll be all-time highs for Apple. What does SM stand for? In what context, Neith? Give me a little bit of context. Where are you seeing SM? Kintara, I'll have a look at Kintara. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, there's nobody trading it. Oh, so stop market. The letters on the stop loss, it will be stop market. So it's a market. It's basically you're stopping with a market order. I have no idea what you're talking about, Daniel, but okay. So Kintara, there's just nobody trading it. It's up like 9% on the day, 34,000 shares all day. There's nothing. Okay, so let's have a look at NBTX. Making a little pop again. This is it's just so hard to trade. This is very choppy. It's having a nice little move here, but I mean it's a very nice move. I mean it's a whole dollar there, but into a halt. Just so choppy. Where'd you get in on that? Where's your entry? There's just no entry. There's no safe entry there. Not at the moment, at least. See that? Did you see that? It went from 430s all the way up to 570s into the halt level, and then back down again to 430s. This is what I'm talking about with this one. It's just not reliable. Just not reliable at all. It went down to 430 again, all the way down. So trade that at your peril. That's all I'm saying. I mean, go for it, but trade it at your peril. I mean, there's leverage on this. I could take a position here on this one and blow up my account. That's a very distinct possibility. Over $5, I might if it goes. It's mad. I mean, the action prior to that, there's no way you would have got that action. You're looking for certain patterns and stuff. This sell-off down here, there's no way you're going to get. This needs to be bought back up again. Now, if a big flush like that and it starts to, I could understand, but there's no way you're going to get that. Well, it's got a good catalyst. Don't get me wrong. Nanobotics is the company, and it does have a good catalyst. I mean, I did call it out this morning on the Discord that it's worth keeping an eye on. They announced they're entering into final contract negotiations after agreement to a non-binding term sheet for development and commercialization of a drug with a major global pharmaceutical company. No names are disclosed, but that's the release. That's the catalyst. So it's a bit wishy-washy. I would be wary of it. Just having a quick look at the SEC filings as well. See if there's any recent shelf registrations for it. Can't see anything. That's okay. Well, it's 34 million in the float, so it's not a micro float. It's a small enough float, but it's not micro float. I mean, that move out of nowhere, that was just mental. Can you imagine getting in there, chasing that, getting in at like 550? If you weren't waiting for an entry, there was no entry on the way up, but getting in at 550 and then it flushing all the way back down to 430, that would have been painful. Did you see a shelf? I didn't see one. Let's have a look at Edgar. Where's my Chrome? Have a quick look at Edgar. What's the symbol? MBTX. And I've got all the filings to September last year on this page. I've got all the filings here. 6K, 6K, a lot of 6Ks. February last year, let me have a look at this one. Form effect. It's form F3, not S3 there. Where are you seeing the shelf? I'm not seeing any shelf registration on this one. No Form F, no prospectus at all this year. Going back to 2021 here. I don't know where you're seeing it on BAMTech. Well, I'm on the SEC website right now, Edgar, and I'm not seeing it. So you might want to double check that. Nanobotics. No, I'm not seeing any shelf on Edgar. But ATLX. ATLX sold off initially at the bell, and then it's done a bit of a red to green move. So it's moving up now over $20, 18% up on the day, which it's done in the last, what are we, half an hour? At 20%. So ATLX, is there a catalyst? Not so sure, but I'll have a look. It's been selling off hard the last few days. It was up at like $45, so but it's sold off hard the last couple of days. I'm not seeing Atlas Lithium. Yeah, this is the problem with commodities. They're so on Tuesday they received 20 million in non-dilutive funding. Go figure. But then they sold off. I don't know why this is moving up, other than bouncing on the lows. If you look at this on the daily, for example. It sold off hard. Nice, steady move up throughout the whole of April, and then it just sold off hard over a couple of days. And I can't see any reason why it sold off hard. On Wednesday, it did have that non-dilutive. Right, okay. There's 20 million in non-dilutive funding via royalty transaction. I'm not sure why that would trigger the sell-off. It's not diluting the flow. Minim gone again? No. Alright. Minim's finding a little bit of resistance here at the pre-market highs. Yeah, it's for me. I'm staying well away from this. Oh, it's MBTX that I'm staying away from. That was just mad. Would have been nice to have got in on it though. No, that was from Wednesday, Tuesday evening, struck Wednesday, Daniel. Well, DraftKings, let's have a quick look at DraftKings. Pac West is over $5 again, so let's have a quick look at Pac West while it's moving. Pac West is at the halt level 514, breaking higher day now. This is now a new higher day. So this is Pac West 514, and it's halted to the upside. So Pac West is having a good day. It's 62% up on the day. Where did I trade Pac West on the small account? Maybe I should have just held it. Hindsight's great, isn't it? So 478. I traded Pac West. 941. No, I'm glad I didn't hold it because I would have got liquidated down here. 100 shares. I got out at 447. It went, no, it's all right. At 478. Went all the way down to 436. And I was in it. 447. So 10 cents. Yeah, probably could have. If I'd held that, I'd be quids in. Wouldn't have got liquidated. I'd have been $10 down, and now I'd be quids in. Actually, I didn't miss much because it went up over $5 there anyway. So look, it is what it is. There's no leverage on it, so I'm not trading it. All right. What else was I looking at? Donkey Kong. DraftKings. Coming down to the VWAP now. It's just broke the pre-market high. And it's coming down to the VWAP. So let's see if it... profit taking on the Kong. Yeah, baby. Come on, I'll give you a treat. I don't know how many likes we've got, but... Here we go. We're on this side. How many likes have we got, guys? I wasn't ready for that. We've got one more here. I'll take you for a walk in a few minutes, okay? Hey, you missed it. You gotta be quicker. Hey, you missed it. You gotta be quicker. You can catch. Nope. You catch. Nope. Dozy dog. Why is there no leverage on pack? It's seen as a high volatility, high risk stock. That's why there's no leverage on it, Flips. There's leverage. Some brokers will offer leverage, some won't. Cheers. So Donkey Kong trying to bounce. Pac West up at 514s. Zap halted. Let's have a look at Zap. No, I'm not trading that. Brog halted. No, I'm not trading that either. When we should have Slytherin and LCU go live at any moment. So they're already priced. These could be interesting. Alright, let's have a look at... Let's go back to... Back west. There we go. First trading on, this is ALCYU, just released for trading now. And we've just got the first 1,000 shares of trading. There we go. Here we go. 1.2 thousand shares. 1.2 million. My goodness. 1.3 million shares traded. In that fraction of a second. Oh, this is a new IPO. Pac West popped up to 530 and then pulled back a bit. So Pac West has resumed trading, but I'm just going to watch this this new IPO to see what happens here. Would be interesting. No, the very small account is the micro account is excuse me. Micro account is here. So this is the micro account. So we're $54 up on the micro account there, Super Chip. The goal to start off with, I wasn't bothered about fees and commissions. I've racked up a few fees and commissions in the process. So I'm like, it's a break-even day at the moment, but I wanted to get 50 bucks on the board so that I could then start trading with leverage. Oh no, it's because of the IPO. It's an IPO, Neef. The level 2 is absolutely, it is insane. And they usually are. The first few candles, the level 2 is absolutely bonkers because everybody wants to get in, and all the transactions want to get in at the opening price or as close to. I mean, the bid there's like 160,000 share bid at 10.10. So you pretty much know that there's I mean, a wall there at 10.10. As this moves up, you know that there's a 10,000 share bid at 10.12. So yeah, it's not going below 10.10. The bids there at 10.10 it's just huge. No, it is a challenge, Super Chip. I'm finding it a lot more difficult than just regular trading, that's for sure. $1.6 million. I'm getting yeah, well, you're right. 1.6 million. You're absolutely right, Calvis. My fault. My fault. Yeah, it's worth. You're absolutely right. 159. Yeah, because it's in hundreds, not tens. So you're absolutely right. 1.5 million bid there. So it's not going. Look, it's not going below that. Somebody's looking to buy the entire stock there. I don't think that's a real. I'd be very surprised if that's a real order. But look, stranger things have happened. There's 3 million shares already been traded on this, and it's only been open like 5 minutes. So this could be interesting to watch later. It's there's no range on it. There is no range on it. It's like a 2-cent range, so it might just barcode. Spreads are a penny. Range is 2 cents, so it's not worth watching. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. No, absolutely. Well, we found that out on Tuesday, Super Chip. I blew up the account on Tuesday, so we had to reboot it on Wednesday. Yesterday, I only lost 50 bucks, but after the commissions and charges, it was like 150 bucks. So who can't trade shares with 500? What I'm saying, 500 bucks. it's hard. It is hard. I'm doing it, but it's hard. It's about setting your expectations. You're not going to be. I'm not going to be having $5,000 days on a $500 account. It's not. So growing the account from 500 to 15,000 is going to take maybe a little bit longer than I anticipated. But I'll get there. I believe I'll get there. ATLX. Let's have a look at that again. So ATLX. This is not stopping. This is having a really good day. Atlas Lithium having a really good day. I think, look, I'm not having a bad day at the moment. It's I'm 10% up gross. Granted, it's kind of going to be a break-even day net, but I'm 10% up gross at the moment. But the day's still young. I've not walked the dog yet, so I will be finishing up at the bottom of the hour. I'm going watching Guardians 3 later. For a bloke on the street, what I'd probably do is $500 trade up. You're better off trading options. Super chip. If you do a bit of fundamental analysis and swing trade options, you probably make more money doing swing trading options. Cheap SPX options or something. You can get cheap SPX options. SPX options and $500. You make 5%. Just be, what's the word I'm looking for? Conservative in your expectations. Yeah, it's not a good day at the moment, Alistair. That's for sure. There's not a lot worth trading at the moment. That's the thing. Q-rate retail, that went mental yesterday. So let's have a look at Q-rate retail. Not trading it. I lost money on it yesterday. I was down about $12,000 on this yesterday, unrealized. It was just too risky to trade. So as soon as I got kind of into a green position, I cut it and ended up cutting it, getting out for a loss. But flat? You think the XPS is flat? It's having a good day today. The SPY's up. The XPX is up. It's up almost $1.5%, 1.4%. The Qs is 1.6. So the triple Qs is over 4%, which is great. So with a $500 account, if you're a newbie, if you're a guy on the street and you want to get into day trading, all you've got is $500, my advice is spend it on an education. Start saving up and spend your $500. Learn how to trade. Get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a decent real-time simulator, and get 2 or 3 months action that way while you're saving up, and try and save $5,000. If you can save $5,000, you have more chance of being able to make some reasonable gains over a period of time. $500 is very difficult, and I'm showing if it can be done, I'll do it. But it's very difficult. I'm finding it difficult, and I'm a consistently profitable trader. So if I'm finding it difficult, and the chances of a novice being able to turn $500 into 1,000, let alone 15,000, is microscopic. Yeah, three months mentorship from me will do it. Yeah, no, if you've got an equity positioning, it's easier. I've found, so last year, let's kind of rewind. Last year, I started out pretty much every month last year. I would withdraw whatever equity position I had and starting again the next month with $30,000, and that was okay for me. The goal was to make $5,000 a day, and I was on average across the course of a month, and I was able to do that across the course of the year. But towards the end of the year, it got to like October, November, December, and I was behind on the numbers for the year, and I just didn't withdraw anything, and I ended up with a larger account. And I found that it was easier to make money with a larger equity starting position. And there's a couple of things about that. The reasons for that is I was able to take positions with high cap stocks on earnings, which helped. I was able to take positions on stocks that didn't have leverage, which were slightly higher priced, which helped. And yeah, it meant that because I had a higher equity position, I was able to make more money with it. And coming into the new year, that's been the same case as well. So with the exception of Monday just gone, where I started with just over $60,000 in the equity position and made 128 or whatever it was on Monday, tripled my account. That's unusual, by the way. Tripling your equity position on an account, even with a small account, is a very unusual situation. That may happen once in a blue moon. Maybe once a year you'll get a stock that runs up and allows you to do that. We've had two. We had Top on Thursday, Friday last week, Top Financial, and we had GDC that did it on a Monday. Both of them ran up over 1,000%, over 1,200% intraday. So when you get that, ride the momentum, it's great, but it doesn't happen every day. Yeah, you know what, Ralph, but you're probably right there. Paper trading would just trading in a simulator would beat trading in a $500 account for most people, because you're not going to blow up your paper account, and the cost it takes for you can $150 for a decent real-time simulator, $100 for a decent real-time simulator, depending on what you go for. You're going to get between 3 and 5 months of paper trading, as much as you want, for that $500, whereas you're probably going to blow up your account in the first week to 2 weeks with a $500 account. So yes, it can be done, but it's not easy. I don't know who he is, Super Chip. Yeah, well, it's up at halted at 550 now. So what's going on with the IPO there? Is this halted? This is halted. What's going on with it? There's no movement on the level 2. There's no movement on the time and sales. Let me just have a look at this. So they announced the offering, pricing of 100 million initial public offering. I'm not seeing why it's not moving. No. We'll see. Ooh, Tanya. Tanaya. Nice. Isn't a great fill, but we're looking for a nice move up. Get $30 on this, 10 cents. Be a good start. Oh, 70 cents. 7.70. Ooh, nearly had it then. My day currently is 7.77. I might take that if it gets back up there. $0.75 level. 803 the whole level if it gets there. I'll lock in $50. Ooh, nice trade, Tony. Nice trade. I've got up to 6 times on it fuzzy, but I think I got 300 shares, so I was using what, 4.5 times leverage. Because I'm using a broker that doesn't enforce, I'm an offshore broker that doesn't enforce the PDT rule. That's how I'm doing it. So, and I would recommend anybody that's getting, and I got out at the right time, anybody that's struggling with the PDT rule, I can't recommend capital markets enough. I have my issues, but I have issues with all brokerages, but they're good to me, and funnily enough, I'm actually in conversations with them at the moment about some mutual promotion. Yeah, capital markets will allow you to trade without PDT restrictions. Capital Markets Elite Group, also affectionately known as CMEG. So Google Capital Markets Elite Group. Depends where you're based. If you're based in the US, it would be one of the Caribbean offices or if you're in Europe, it'll probably be the UK office. Or they do have an office in Australia. If you're in APAC, Asia Pacific, they do have an office in Australia as well. So Capital Markets Elite Group. So I think I should shut it down. What do you reckon, guys? Oh, they charge commissions. That's why it's so difficult for they're not a free broker. It's not free commissions. It's if you're in New Zealand, then capital markets have an Australian office or whatever. Yeah, but I'm only at goal. I'm net at goal now, Alistair. I'm not double goal at net, so I'm like 50% of my 50% is going to be going in fees and charges, but that's good. As far as I'm concerned, that's good. That's fine. I don't mind that. So we're back over 500, and we'll be back over $500 come Monday. So yeah, that's I would have liked to have got in a little bit earlier, but break at $7 would have been lovely. Yeah, Kyle, it depends on your account. For a small account, to beat the PDT rule, CMEG is probably the best option. I wouldn't say it's the only option, but it's the best option. Now, whether you like them or you don't, it's all about personal preference. I've not had any real issues with them. The support's quite good. The spreads and the fill, because you're getting direct. They give you access to a direct market access platform, which I think is essential for day trading. And yeah, I mean, so much for one trade a day, Alistair. No, so the whole point that I would have just taken the one trade if I was over $500. I'd have been waiting for Tanaya all day. I wouldn't have taken a trade, but I needed to get the incrementals up to $5, so I was just effectively racking up the commissions and charges. You can use Dash Trader, you can use Sterling Trader, you can use MT45, you can use their own proprietary garbage. But yeah, Dash Trader is what I recommend. It's what I use. But Sterling Trader is a good platform as well. I like Sterling Trader as well. Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade. I like the platform. I just don't like the fills and the spreads. And that's because it's not direct market access. Now, if you've got a $30,000 account and you don't have to worry about the PDT rule, then there's a lot more options open to you. Speed Trader, that light speed. There's a whole bunch of options open to you. But yeah, I mean, I like. We'll see. Interactive brokers. You can use Dash Trader with interactive brokers as well. That's exactly it, Alistair. So I needed to get back. So basically, I've racked up commissions. It was a scratch up until taking that trade. I've racked up the charges to get back to 500. In theory, because it's based on your gross position rather than on your net position. And now I've got the leverage back. I've just been able to make $50 with that move. Yeah, so Trade Zero, again, it's another one that, you know, fills and spreads, not great. They don't carry the full order book either. So yeah, that's happened a couple of times to me now, and yeah, they just refund it. That's happened twice to me now, and I just got a refund. Well, I think I'm going to lock it up for now. Where am I? So I'm over goal on the small account. I'm green on the small account. I'm green on the main account. I'm not over goal. It's after fees and charges. I'm probably in the... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm slightly green on the main account as well. So I'm according to the, I'll have all the fees and charges leveraged maybe, but it looks like I'm like in $10 in profit today. So PacWest and PacWest P are both moving up. Hang on a minute, let's have a look at both of these. PacWest. This is halted to the upside, 24, so this should resume in about 2 minutes. Oh, good Lord. 150%. It was 125%. Now it's 150%. What about PacWest B? Is that the same? Yeah, so the same. So they've increased the margin requirement. The margin requirements on PacWest. And that's the only downside is that from a day to day you don't know which stocks have got leverage and which don't, and at least they carry more. They carry the full order book. So if it's on the NYSE or the NASDAQ, you can pretty much trade it, but you don't know what leverage you're getting, if any, until you come to trade it, and then you can check. That's one of the down things. But with a thing called Swimler doesn't carry the full order book. Interactive carries the full order book, but again, unless if you're in the UK, Germany, or the US, Interactive will enforce the PDT rules. It's not great for a small account. You see it on the halt level. You see what time it halted, and then you deduce 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later. Depends on the volatility of the halt and what time of day it is, whether it's going to be a long halt or not. But more often than not, volatility halts are 5 minutes. So you just add 5 minutes onto when it halted for the resumption. In Germany, I think there is, Neith. Germany and the UK, but the rest of Europe there isn't. So here in Ireland, I'm in Ireland, and there's no PDT rule for Interactive in Ireland. But you don't get as much leverage either. They max out at like 4 times on a standard account. Professional account, you can get up to 6 times, I think it is. Well, actually, I mean, I think they'll afford up to 20 times on a professional account, but you've got to be certified for that. So let's have a look. House, no. RBRX. Community Bio. Having a good moment. Yeah, it's the bottom of the hour. I'm gonna lock it up for now, guys. I might come back a little bit later and see if there's anything moving, but it's a bit choppy. There's not a lot moving, so I'm green on both accounts. I'm just going to get green and stay green for today. I will be back at it on Monday. We'll be back over. We'll be back over the 500 bucks on Monday. So let's do it all again next week. If you want to learn how and join us in the community, you know where to go. So Zap can do a UCAR. Let's have a look. It could, but I mean, are you going to trade that? Zap electric vehicles, it's gapped up on next to no volume. It's halted, moved up. Where's my cursor? Moved up, halted up, gapped up, into another halt, gapped up, bit of choppy into a downwards halt, and it's going to gap down. So it's 8:30 right now. It's showing a resumption of 781. So it's going to gap down to where it pretty much, what was this one? 781. So it's going to fill the gap. It's going to leave another gap here. So this is going to gap down to 781. Probably will sell off again. The volume is negligible. We're talking like 300,000, not even 400,000 shares traded today. 3,000 trades in total. So whilst this is a recent IPO, I think was it Monday when this hit the market? So this is a recent IPO or SPAC merger or whatever it was on Monday. It's probably not worth the risk at this moment in time. If the volume comes in and becomes consistent, then yeah. But at this moment in time, it's just too erratic. The volume's not there. The moves are very volatile. I don't know what the spreads are like. The spreads are probably horrible as well. There's just no liquidity. We'll see. No worries, Julio. Slytherin's moving. Slytherin. Ooh, so Slytherin's made some big moves. 27% up from the price. It's actually down from the open. So this was priced at $18. Pulling back a little bit here. So I don't mind looking at IPOs when they start off, but we'll see. Volume 1.7 million shares up that first candle, first 5-minute candle. Now the volume, we're looking at 10, 15, 12, 15, 20,000 shares a minute. So the volume's not huge at the moment. The initial off-market volume's quite big. So 1.8 million shares have gone already before it was released for general sale. Well, I need a bathroom break, so I'm going to lock it down, guys, and I'll be back on Monday, guys. So yeah, let's see where we get to on Monday. It would be great if we can finish next week on $1,000, but look, we'll see what happens. I think that's going to be the target next week. Is let's get to $1,000 by the end of the week. If we can get to 1,000, we can probably get to 2,000 by the following week, etc., etc. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. If we get enough volatility, who knows? Getting over this first hurdle. So the $500 a day is getting over that first hurdle. So we're over $500 again, and getting to 750. If we get 750, it relatively should come simply to get to 1,000. Once I've got to 1,000, I'm trading it. I'll be trading that like a $500 account. And then I've got a bit of a cushion I can play with. Anything less than 1,000, it becomes a little bit more difficult. It's the 500. It's just so close to that liquidation level of 350. I've got $150 breathing room, and I've not got any breathing room for the leverage. Once I get over 1,000, there's the leverage breathing room and there's liquidation breathing room. So it becomes a little bit easier to actually make the gains. So look, we'll do it again on Monday, and we should be in a better position next week. We've got a full 2 weeks. We've only been trading this small account for 3 days, but we've got a full week next week to make some headway. So come back on Monday, an hour before the market opens. That's 8 a.m. market time. It's also 8:30 a.m. market time, East Coast. It's 1:30 p.m. here where I'm based. In Ireland, same in the UK. So I'll see you then, guys. In the meantime, have a great weekend. I'm hoping to have a good weekend as well. I'll be watching Guardians 3 later and have a nice little drink and a meal while before it happens. So full belly and entertainment. What more can you want? Okay, take it easy, guys. Enjoy your weekend.